Yes, indeed. All right. Now, as first of all, let me say hello and thank you for allowing our madness to join you today. In fact, I hope you join us. If you don't know the phone number, all that information is in the Ronbo Sports app. Get on in here and let's talk. As I just got through throwing the flag on an argument just before you got here. Listen, I want to say a few words though before we get started today. Here's the thing. Yesterday on Red and Gold GM, something was brought to my attention that just hit me like a ton of bricks. Why is it that people assume that Reuben Foster will be available if we trade down? Isn't that a little bit presumptuous? Reuben Foster is not, he is not a guy that, there's a lot of teams that need a linebacker of Reuben's character and style. You notice how I said character? He's a mean man, okay? I just now found out about the story about what happened at the hospital. Now, somebody said allegedly Reuben was mad because he was not picked first in line. I'm going to go check that story out because it sounds like it has holes. I got another theory, too. I want to run by you before we get started. Isn't it interesting that Tramaine Brock, why was the young lady why was she, there was barely any bruises on her. If you hit a girl, shouldn't she bruise more? Have you ever gotten into an argument with a young lady and she says, okay, if you're not careful, I can ruin your whole career. And of course you sit back and say, get out of here with that. She goes in, bumps herself up against something, calls the police. What if in another month or so we find out that Tramaine Brock was innocent? He does not have a history of violence. Not social or domestic violence, right? Would you take him back on the team? And for those who noticed that Tramaine Brock was released immediately upon the 49ers finding out about domestic violence, why is it that people still say Joe Mixon's going to be on our team in the fourth round? Why is Joe Mixon going to be on the team in the fourth round? These are things that I've been thinking like, whoa, are we tripping in 49erville? I got to say, these things are kind of not making no sense. Even Joe's still trying to get me Solomon Thomas. So are we going to start with Tyler? Tyler, yes, Tyler, your thoughts on the fact let me ask you this, Tyler. If Tramaine Brock is found to be innocent of the charges that I just mentioned, and maybe he might have been set up, would you allow Tramaine Brock to be back on this 49er team?
I don't really know. He's a good player, but he just needs to learn how to turn around and smack the ball down.
Okay, so in other words, you're delighted that he was cut no matter what the reason. Don't feel bad, Tyler, because you know what?
I mean, he's going to do something like that. You're getting punished.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, the thing is, 9 out of 10 49er fans don't want Tramaine Brock on the team, and they're delighted that he got caught up in this anyway. So that's what I'm saying.
Well,
would you be fair about it?
The defense was bad if him and Buffet were blowing all the plays last year.
But my question is, would you be fair about it if indeed they find out the girl lied, she was never hit by Brock, Brock never said anything because he knew he had no point in saying I didn't do it. What if they find out through some strange investigation that he was set up? Would you take him back on the team then? Or are you a fair or not fair?
I would take him back on the team, but I would not guarantee him a starting spot.
Well, no, you don't have to do that.
But for it. You have to show me that you have to turn around and smack that ball down.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he has to come in, of course, like everybody else. He's got to prove he earns a spot on the 49er team. But I'm just saying, did we assume too much? Did we jump to a conclusion? And did the 49ers front office, did they jump to a conclusion that, oh, good. Hey, Kyle, I got a way to get rid of Tramaine. These are things that ran through my mind, you know. Cops just called in and said he's down in locker for domestic violence. Kyle, what? What happened? Well, it seems he hit some young lady. Yes. You see, because it comes down to one of these things like we're as bad as the police and everybody else involved in this. We don't like Tramaine Brock, so we can't wait to get rid of him. There's people on this team. What if Rashard Robinson or one of our favorite guys got caught in the same situation? Would the 49ers think about it? Would they say we need a further investigation? We're going to come back and make our decision within 48 hours? Well, I'm just saying. These are just hypotheticals I'm throwing out there, you know? So, and you know what? I'm delighted with it. And I'm going to tell the truth. I'm delighted Tramaine Brock's not on the team, too. So that's where I'm coming from on that. So go ahead.
I just want to say something else. I think Joe's been smoking weed.
Oh yeah. Well, let Joe speak on his own behalf. But listen, if you got anything else you want to offer as far as an argument today,
Solomon Thomas is
yeah.
not the best player in the draft.
Well, he was never called. He was called the second best. That.
At best, he should be a second-round pick. At best.
Okay, in that case, and you would indeed take Reuben Foster with number 2 before Solomon Thomas. Is that right?
Over Solomon Thomas, yes.
All right. There you go. We got that straightened out right
He
now.
wouldn't be my number one choice because, like, I don't know. Like, I still don't know necessarily what I would be looking for at number 2.
Yeah.
I'd probably still trade back, but I wouldn't trade back too far.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
But, something crazy could happen on draft night. We could trade, like, say we trade back with Carolina, and then the Redskins call up. We trade that 8th pick for the Redskins and swap picks, and then give them a second-rounder and take Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, there's always that possibility. Daniel Snyder finally snaps out of it.
It wouldn't be so bad. We wouldn't be losing too much. We'd still get a first-round pick. We'd swap picks, give them a second-rounder, and take Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. Anything's possible. With that Kirk Cousins thing, and I got to feel it, in the last week before the draft, there's always something that happens to affect whatever team. We could be that team.
Yeah,
We're at the number 2 position.
If that happens, we could be headed off to. We very could well be heading off to the Super Bowl this year, not next year.
Well, we still got to go through a transition. It'll be very.
I know, but if we get Cousins is a very good quarterback. If we get Hoyer, he's not.
Transition, Tyler.
Cousins,
Transition.
He already knows it. He's got to refresh him.
Yeah.
He could give us a deep run into the playoffs. I'm just saying that.
Well, maybe that's a possibility because I still say we're going to 9, 7, 10, 6. Tyler, we got a lot of people jumping in all of a sudden. Let me move on, buddy, and want to wish you a good night. I think Joe will be here in a minute to he'll offer a counter for your argument. Tyler,
he has no argument. Solomon Thomas tackles too lightly.
He has an argument every night of the week. This night will not be different. I guarantee you. All right, Tyler, have a good night, buddy. Going to 336 area code Greensboro, North Carolina. Hello. Greensboro. Area code 336. Got no name for you, Greensboro. Hello, Greensboro. Does that say Cynthia? Okay. Right, let's Cynthia.
He has no argument. Solomon Thomas tackles too lightly. He has an argument every night.
All right, we're gonna have to kill that signal. All right. Yeah. Kill. Okay, we got somebody clowning. All right, let's go. Cynthia. Okay, where's that sound go? All right, Cynthia, are you there? Cynthia, are you there, Cynthia? Okay, let's move on to the next one, please. All right, Joe, you're tired to come in and plead your case as now you found out that Tyler does not like Solomon Thomas any more than I do. Joe.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Yeah, Joe. So, Joe, aside from my theories, and Grant, I saw some. By the way, if you have a question tonight, it's #Q and lay your question out there because I noticed somebody was questioning and challenging my thoughts on Tramaine Brock, but it's not. It's just a theory, and I'm just thinking that way because I'm thinking, you don't want to keep your parameters in here within your thought. I'm expanding out here because I'm wondering what the hell happened. We got some really weird noises going on tonight. Okay, do we look? There you go. All right, Joe.
I'm here.
All right, Joe, go ahead.
So, first of all, Solomon Thomas does not tackle lightly. The dude doesn't miss tackles. If he's in a position to make a tackle, he will make that tackle. A defensive lineman isn't supposed to hit people. A defensive lineman is supposed to get through an offensive tackle and make that tackle for a loss. A linebacker is supposed to hit people. A safety is supposed to hit people. So I don't know where he's coming from. Tackles too soft. The dude plays with good leverage. He's the best overall lineman as a day one starter. Down the road, Myles Garrett. No question about it.
Yeah.
You know? And he's saying, he's not the best pass rusher in the draft or whatever. He's the best overall defensive lineman. Best pass rusher is Derek Barnett, not even Myles Garrett.
Yeah,
Derek Barnett doesn't do everything.
check off the boxes though. Now we understand that he's not long enough, and most NFL blocks are going to be able to contain him. If you're coming off the edge, he'll never get there. Joe, you've heard that argument, I'm sure, many times. What is your response to that? You're going to say he's got great hands, I know, but are great hands?
Elvis Dumervil comes off the edge at 5'11". That dude's 6'3".
He hit me with the Dumerville card. I don't know what I can say to that.
And so it's just I don't believe in that. Like, oh, the dude's too short, this, that. If a guy has explosion and he uses his hands correctly, which he does, that guy will have success no matter what. You can double team him, you can do whatever you want. He will make plays. It's a guy you can't stop. He's an effort player. He's not a freak athlete. He will win with effort. He will outwork his opponents every single play. And by the time it comes fourth quarter, no one will want to go against Solomon Thomas, no matter what.
You almost forgot his name, man. You forgot who you were talking about. Huh? I thought you were talking about Dick Butkus. Come on now, Joe. I'm a little worried about this, man. It may be an overassessment, man. There's too many people that are saying things about him being able to get off that edge in the NFL.
It's just people hate on linemen, man.
Well,
people hate on defensive linemen.
Well, because we have
they're
other.
taking Reuben Foster before him. Come on.
Oh God, yeah.
Reuben Foster doesn't even do everything.
But the thing is, how many needs do we have in the linebacker core compared to the front line defense? We got guys. God, we got an army of front line defenders. Why do we need to add another? We really need another all-star linebacker, or the kind of linebacker that's only going to come around every once in a while. Reuben Foster's better than what was in last year's draft. In last year's draft had Smith and Jack, and Reuben could put Smith and Jack in a basket, throw them away.
Do not see Reuben Foster as being a great player. I see him as an okay player.
Only okay.
Nobody on the roster who will play, who will be a starter, but I don't see him being a top tier linebacker. Just not. He just doesn't have the demeanor. To me, a linebacker is supposed to be like Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman, not like Gerald Hodges.
Foster reminds you of Gerald Hodges?
His personal, the way he conducts himself, he's not a true leader kind of a person. That dude is already up into his head too much. He told a medical, evaluator or whatever, a nurse or something, oh, do you know who you're talking to? Like, he already thinks he is somebody. The dude is nobody yet.
Well,
and that kind of an attitude is gonna have, he's gonna have some problems.
Listen, do you realize that's the kind of attitude we actually need as far as leading? We don't need any stand back guys. No. We don't need any stand back guys that are looking to be led. We need a guy that thinks he is absolutely the shiznit. He's gonna come out there and he's gonna command respect. I like that in my linebacker, and especially if he's going to lead my linebacking core. Reuben's going to be in your face every time you mess up. He's going to come over and say, hey, yo, whoa. What's up, man? Hey, wait, no, I'm talking to you, man. We going to win this game or what? You coming out to play? You don't feel like playing? What's up? You got to have that kind of guy.
Here's the thing. Navarro Bowman does it the right way.
He does it a quiet way. That's not necessarily to be judged as being right or wrong, but it's a quiet way.
Patrick Willis did it in the same way.
No. Patrick was very vocal. Willis was very vocal.
He was vocal, but he wasn't like Reuben Foster when it comes to his demeanor. Like, he's more like Gerald Hodges. Like, he's one of those dudes that's just gonna mess around and he just has so much of negativity off the field. Like, you just sense it in him, in his interviews, the way he talks. I don't know, man. It's just like when you get that gut feeling, I always get something, bad from him.
Okay, because
Whereas Navarro, you get like a leader,
but
a man.
you're attacking character more than you are playing skills, and there's no
I
parallel between Foster and Gerald Hodges. That's two different players. Come on, Joe. Let's be straight, man. Reuben Foster.
For me, I mean, Solomon Thomas is that guy because he is one of those dudes that's like, I'm the best on the field, and I'm gonna be the best no matter what.
Yeah.
That's what he strives for every single day. That's why I like that guy.
All right. Joe,
It's just like.
all right. No, I got you. And solid point. I'll take it. All right. Gotta go, Joe. See you on Red Gold Radio, man.
1 second, Ronbo. 1 second.
I'm listening.
I also wanted to point out to linebackers, Dakota Watson. He could be a starter. He's 250, runs a 4.5. We don't need him to like make any reads or anything. Just fill gaps.
Yeah, so you're gonna that's the only problem I have with that. You're not looking for the best available. You just want to make sure that Solomon Thomas gets picked up first. That's
I want to make
to
sure
me
the
that's
defensive line is.
I know, but that's not the
good.
best player available, though. I want the guy that's the playmaker, the game changer. I don't want a guy in there just because I want to save another guy's position. You want Solomon Thomas? I got an army of defensive linemen out in front, down line where they can put their hand in the dirt or they can stand up. Solomon Thomas is a redundant pick. He's not going to beat out Armstead. He's not going to beat out Buckner. He's not going to put Mitchell on the bench. Where's he going to go? And if I tell you something else too, if Aaron Lynch gets in shape like he should, he's not going to beat him out either. So as I'm saying, he's a redundant pick.
Never in shape.
What if he does? This is his contract year.
Well, then you sign him, and then he's not in shape again. Like, the dude hasn't been in shape for 3 years.
Right,
the problem with that is that
Joe,
I believe he will beat out Buckner and Armstead.
Oh, okay. We'll continue this on Monday night, okay? And if anybody else wants to attack that tonight, you can't do it. All right, Joe. Have a good night, man. All right, let me,
you too, man.
All right, let me get that question real quick, and then we'll get right to the next person. Because I don't want those questions standing up. Travis Merlot says, Reuben is somebody. If you don't think you're nobody, you won't be nobody. Do you agree? Hell yeah! If you don't believe you're the stuff, then nobody else will either. Good point, Travis. All right, let's go to Tommy!
Ronbo! Joe, you got to go with the Solomon Thomas. Joe. Hey, Joe. He's not a bad player, but you got to spread that talent around, Joe. You can't just keep going D-line. You got to spread that talent around. That being said, though, just real quick, man, I think that Malik Hooker, first round. Tight end, Evan Ingram, second round. Jordan Willis, a DN, third round. Kareem Hunt, fourth round. Blah, blah, blah. You guys get what I'm saying. But my point is we need to go ahead and get that last – we need to get that last piece for our defense. I think Dante Johnson is going to be good in this system because he only has to just do cover 3 and stuff. Like he's not going to have to do a lot. I think Dante Johnson might, surprise some people. And Will Redmond, too. I'm counting on our young guys this year. And I want to see, for the simple fact, I want to see how they look in a 4-3 first before I throw them under the bus, I want to give them a year in a 4-3 so I can have film on them. So then next year I can see what I need. I think we can't even really see what we need because they didn't play the same defense last year. You got to give that defense a chance, in the new system for a year. I think before you think, who you need, what's that? Because we got that guy, Winton McManus. Man, he was a beast in a 4-3, man.
Is that right? But never seen him on the field.
3-4, it's a whole different type, type of game, But Malik Hooker fills that last spot to me. Just me personally. He fills that last spot that we need, and I'm gonna tell you why. In a few seconds, but I think Carlos Hyde will have a big year, though. I think he's gonna get his 1,000, maybe close, but I think he's gonna play so angry, and because I know he listens to the show too.
No, really, Carlos reads social media too.
I know he's listening right now. Carlos, man, we watching you. El Guapo. Eli Harold, you got to stand up. Eric Armstead, we calling you out. Buckner, we calling you out too, man. Take it to that next level, man. But okay, let me just say this before I get out of here, though. John Harbaugh went 13-3 his first year with a new system, new players, new everything. 13-3. We're gonna get 10 wins next year. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. If we get Malik Hooker to fill that last spot, that last question mark to me.
Yeah.
Okay, of course, quarterback. Brian Hoyer to me is not as bad as everybody keeps saying that he
Yeah, I
is. To
agree
me,
with that. That's
me
just,
personally, I
yeah.
don't think I know he's a better passer than the ones we've had previously.
Yep.
I would say ever since Jeff Garcia, I think he's up there with Jeff Garcia. And hey man, we're gonna win 10 games this year. Watch Eli Harold. Watch him have a big year. Just watch. Just watch. Go Ronbo. Go Ronbo. Yay!
Tell me. Good stuff, bro. All right. I just want to add something to what Kobe just said about quarterbacks. Everybody's just trashing Hoyer like he's the worst quarterback in quarterback history. They put up a chart and said who had the most 300-yard games. They put down Hoyer's name was in first place with 9 300-yard games. 9 300-yard games. Kaepernick was right behind him with 6 300-yard games. Blaine Gabbert came in with 3 300-yard games. And who's that we had on the roster last year? The poor guy that was painting his house. Our last, I almost called him Pondexter. Christian Ponder. Christian Ponder had 2 games. So what Toby's saying is actually not that far off from being absolutely, mathematically true. So there you go. Let's go to Sean. What's up, Sean?
Yes, sir. What's up, brother?
Yeah, Sean. I'm telling you, man, things are getting closer to that date, Sean. It's getting nervous and crazy. I'm still waiting for that big deal to come down, right? We've got another week before we hear about that.
I'm excited for it, man. I'm really counting the days. I'm really excited for the draft. I really am, because at least this year, we know that we're actually gonna get some strong potential out of the draft instead of just some maybes. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And we have the opportunity and we have the guys to be able to really assess players. You know, so I'm really excited for the draft. I really am.
It's gonna be an exciting night, man. Oh my God.
And this thing with Tramaine, and I know, you know, now it's really heating up on the defensive side. I know a lot of people are even more so talking about defense, but I mean, shit, man, I'm still on that offensive side of the ball right now. I mean, really. I mean, and I think it might have been Toby who might have stated it. He said he wants to see how guys are going to do in this new system, man. And you know what? He's fucking absolutely correct, man. I mean, he is. I mean, we do have some ballers on this team, and we even said it last year before the season started how deep we were. And if you look now, we still got some depth, you know. So now it's just an opportunity for some of the younger guys to step up and really do what they're brought in to do. So I don't think we should just dive in to complete defense yet, man, because we got a lot of depth on the defensive side of the ball, and I think he hit the nail right on the head. We should be able to see exactly what they can do. And another point that he made that I really enjoyed when he was talking about Carlos Hyde, you know, yeah, he probably will get 1,000-yard season, especially with Juszczyk in the mix, man. Juszczyk's gonna, you know, lead the way and maybe help him out some. So, you know, that could take some of the pressure off too. You know, so I think with Juszczyk in the mix, Carlos Hyde, he may be a little bit healthier this year. He may be. We might get lucky, you know, but Carlos Hyde can still be Carlos Hyde and get hurt. But you know who I'm gonna say, man, I'm sticking to my guns at number 2, and I'm not changing it.
Yeah, and I'm right there with you, man. Especially if they start trading down. And they're talking about Reuben Foster trading down to him. I keep saying Reuben Foster ain't no promise if you wait until the 8th pick. But Christian may be available if that 8th pick is there. That I would actually bank on before I would Reuben Foster.
And
Kyle will take him in a heartbeat.
And here's what I don't understand what people don't get, man. Christian McCaffrey is perfect for Kyle Shanahan, man. I don't know why these people aren't seeing it. I mean, really, I'm not. I'm like,
How do you not fucking figure this, man? And somebody's like, yeah, but he's not a power guy. Bobby Turner, he's not looking for power guys. He's looking for
Yes.
guys who can miss the
Zone.
tackles and get
Zone.
upfield, man. He's not looking for the fucking guy who can run through people. We got Carlos Hyde for that, and I'm sure he's gonna mentor Carlos Hyde a little bit more. I really don't understand how people do not see Christian McCaffrey playing Kyle style football.
Yeah.
I don't get it, man. I mean, really, it really makes me wonder, like, what are our 49er fans watching? Like, what are they thinking? Like, I can't believe that they're like, Christian McCaffrey, are you out of your mind?
No.
I fucking must be out of my mind because I don't get it.
No,
because perfect for Shanahan.
Because Sean, the thing is, they're looking at Fournette as being the greatest running back of a generation. They keep saying that, right? But they don't understand.
But he's not for our system.
Right, that's the thing.
He might be the next best thing that ever fucking put on the helmet and cleats. But he's not for Kyle Shanahan's system, man. I'm trying to tell people.
I understand it. He's a downhill runner that crushes. Man. He's a power game runner. Whereas McCaffrey is he's a zone guy. That's the kind of guy. Even Dalvin Cook, he's another zone guy. Those are the kind of guys that are going to excel in the program. There are people that say, no, man, Fournette is going to be, no, you're not even listening. You're not even looking into Fournette's history. You don't even know anything about Fournette. You don't know anything about McCaffrey either. So, pretty soon you're getting mad. I agree with you. Wholeheartedly.
I mean, and don't get me wrong. I love Fournette. I really do. The boy is a baller. I mean, he is, man. I mean, he is, what does Jim Harbaugh say? He is a football player.
Yeah.
But I mean, shit, man, he's not for this system. Now, if we were, in a different type of system where we just going to fucking pound the rock,
he's the guy.
Long, then that's where I'm like, hell yeah, let's get Fournette. Yeah. But I'm going for what really makes sense for our scheme, and I'm just so blown away that so many people are like, Christian McCaffrey is not the guy. He's the fucking next. Somebody said he was a white who? He was a white. Huh?
Fournette or we talking about Fournette?
Talking about McCaffrey. They said he was a white what? I forget who.
Reggie Bush.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, man, unbelievable! I couldn't believe this shit. I was like, wow. And I'm on the other side of the room, and I'm just listening to the show. My wife's like, why are you being so fucking dramatic? What's going on? She just sees me making expressions, and I'm sprawled out on the couch like I can't believe this shit. But I'm like, man, people are going to wake up. When they see Christian McCaffrey, if he ends up on another team, they're going to be like, fuck. Yeah. And we had the opportunity to get him, and I can't believe we passed on him. They're going to be doing the same shit that they're doing about Aaron Rodgers, but in a running back position. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, it's it coming.
I'm telling you. I'm calling it right now. For all you people who are going against Christian McCaffrey, you guys are out of your fucking mind. I'm telling you, this guy is perfect for the scheme. Over and out.
Yeah, Sean, good timing, bro. I loved it, man. I'm so supporting that. I can't tell you how much I am. Sean, we're red and gold tomorrow, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro. Have a good night, Sean. Yeah, it's a thing. You got to distinguish between programs. I mean, one guy, and you're not going to get Christian McCaffrey in a power game. Because some people think, you guys just don't like Fournette. No, it's just about who fits where and who's going to be the most effective in whatever program, all right? So, Hey, Leo! Where you at, Leo?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah, Leo, man, sitting there discussing these players, man, and the arguments are heating up as to who. You got Fournette in one argument versus McCaffrey, Curtis Samuel, some other guys, and then you got you got that man called Solomon. Yeah, Solomon Thomas versus everybody. Like we don't have, and a lot of people still think we don't have a defensive line. We don't have a defensive line. How do we not have a defensive line? We got 50 guys on the defensive line, and they all suck. Oh God, yeah, are you serious? And Solomon Thomas is saying we bring him in, all of a sudden our defensive line is great.
We got enough people on the line.
Yeah, no, it's really, and like Sean just said, some of these guys haven't had a good look. Oh yeah. But anyway, Leo, what's on your mind, man?
Well, the last good dude to call right now, I'm kind of feeling what he's saying. With McCaffrey, I think it would work. And he would, in Kyle's offense, he'd just fly around. He'd just be a little, someone just a receiving back, stuff like that.
And he can run between the tackles too.
Yeah, he could do that too. I mean, you give him a little bit of space, and he could go. He's quick. He's agile.
Punt return.
He's athletic.
You have to worry about Ellington anymore?
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know about him.
You know, I'm just saying all the things that Christian does very well.
If we went offense with the second pick, I mean, I wouldn't be mad because I mean, like you said, we got a lot of decent people on the defensive line. Cool. I was looking at the dude the other day too that we drafted last year from Appalachian State, Ronbo. No, he didn't get enough playing time in there last year, so I mean, who knows? He could pan out this year.
Right.
Somebody that's going to break out this year too, I think, big cornerback. Even though we lost Tramaine Brock with all that just happened, I think Rashard Robinson, man, he's gonna be something. He's gonna emerge as something.
He was gonna start anyway. Hey, Leo, here's the thing though. In this 43 defense, you know, you need long, rangy guys. If you can have a bunch of Richard Shermans and Rashard Robinsons, that's what you want. This is why Dante Johnson could actually get a closer look this year because of his long, lean frame. That's what you need. If you can press with that body of his, they're going to try their best to get Dante to be opposite of Rashard Robinson. I just know it. But we'll see. But I got a feeling that's going to be the plan.
Yeah, because he has the same kind of body frame as him too. And I thought coming out of college, I was like, well, you know, maybe give him some time and he might be able to do something. So
get him to be a little more physical.
Maybe he just hasn't had enough time to develop with the past coaches and shit like that.
Nah, they make him. He's been playing second, third string. He's been a reserve ever since he's been on the team. So he's never really had a close look or any. I don't know if they seriously coach him up or what. But Dante's always a guy on the bench. So you know, but 6'2", man. I know Sally said, "Hey, isn't that Johnson kid 6'2"? Get him out here. I want him out here now." You know, see, because that's the guy they want for this kind of system, right? So, and he's fast. Johnson's got speed. He's like, God, he'd be the prototype. I will see what happens to him. You know, he's got to come out there and also he's got to show him. But we'll see.
Yeah, and then I'm hearing a lot of this Solomon Thomas talk, and I'm tired of it. We got enough people on our defense. They don't need no more. We need to go and draft somebody that's gonna. If we're going to take somebody at number 2, they need to step in and produce from day one.
And that's true, too. See.
If not, then we could trade back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
If they're not going to step in for us, I mean, with the number 2 pick, you gotta come in and step up, man. If not, you sit your ass on the bench and we just wasted a pick, you know.
And wasted a pick,
yes. Back.
God, that hurts.
You know, I hear a lot of talk about Reuben Foster, too, and all this stuff. And then another guy that stands out to me in the draft is Zach Cunningham. That guy can track the fucking ball down. He's side to side. He's a side to side linebacker.
Bad thing about it, Zach, he's projected to go in the round 2. Although that may be one of those stupid predictions too. He may go in round 1, but he's predicted to be available in round 2. See that's really.
Yeah, I'm saying that if we miss out on Reuben Foster, you know, if we're looking for a linebacker, you know, Zach Cunningham, I mean, he can fly. He's sideline, you know.
I like that.
I was watching his tapes the other day, and the dude can fly.
No, he can play. Zach is definitely tailor-made for the 49ers. And actually, and you know what would be nice?
What?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think we need a safety though. You know, after Bethea and everything. Now we really don't have a great caliber at that strong safety position.
Strong safety or free safety?
I don't know. Jaquaski Tart coming out of college, he was a safety, but then when they have him playing in the cornerback nickel, whatever last year.
Yeah. Jaquaski's a package man. Jaquaski T's been a package man for since he's been with the 49ers. So I don't know what capacity they'd use him in this year. There's been some kind of a talk about him moving him into a linebacker position, with Sam or Will. I'm not sure which one they're thinking, but put him in a position where he can just comb and watch the line. Whichever gap isn't shot, Jaquaski's there to take care of it. It's complicated with him. Because if Reed is still with the team, then Jaquaski still plays as his understudy, most likely. So it's kind of hard to figure what they're going to do with Jaquaski. So, you know, and if they keep the number 2 pick.
I mean, they move him around everywhere. He can play pretty much a little bit on there, you know what I mean? On the quarterback side or whatever. He can move him from both sides and shit like that. Sure. He can play. He's got wheels and everything like that.
Yeah.
You know, too.
Well, go ahead.
And
And I was just gonna say we got to move on. You finish that thought. Finish that thought. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'll say we're just kind of shallow too on the receivers.
Yeah.
So, if Brian Hoyer wants somebody to throw to, we need to go out there and get us some receivers. Else he ain't gonna be throwing the shit.
Get me started on that one. Okay, Leo, come on. Hey, so let's see on Red and Gold Radio, man. All right. Have a good night, Leo.
All right, man. You too.
Yeah, get me started on them receivers. Let me get one more question there while we go, because I saw one interesting question there. As that's 8 at 130861 Barney. What's the move, Mr. Ronbo? Do we need a strong corner veteran or draft pick, hooker or a real guy that you like? As I said, if they hold on to the number 2 pick, I would bet money Jamal Adams, as far as the importance for the 49ers, he stands out as to be the number 1 pick easily behind Myles Garrett. If you're going to go number 2 and you can start labeling guys, I would say Jamal Adams, they may as well measure him up for a uniform right now if they keep the number 2 pick. And that could go a lot to do with John Lynch also wanting that hammer. The dude ran 4.33. Damn! How many safeties in the NFL run 4.33? So, he's coming to San Francisco if the 49ers keep the number 2 pick. Now you can mark me on words on that. Let me go to, is that Trez? What's always Trez gonna come in and say, man, what is you talking about? Man, y'all
Ronbo,
go ahead.
You called him up, didn't you?
Yeah.
You called him up, didn't you? You called up your Solomon Thompson haters, didn't you? Every Sunday, here come these haters. Every Sunday. They ain't showing up during the week. On Sunday, though, they front and center. Oh, man, we don't need no more interior line. Oh, man, we don't need no defensive. We don't need no Solomon Thompson. Are you serious? I got a question for you, Ronbo. I got a question.
Okay.
I got a question.
All right.
You tell me right now what defensive end or what defensive tackle has been labeled a soft tackler in the NFL. Give me his name right now. I'm talking about current rosters, 32 teams. Give me the person that's been labeled a soft tackler.
Wow. Ooh, man. I tell you, we had one in Tank Carradine.
No. I want you
Another
to say,
team?
yeah, they said that guy right there tackle too soft. That was the knock on him.
You're right. I've really never heard that for an interior lineman. So yeah.
Where the hell did that shit come from?
Tyler?
That's what I want to know. Where did that come from?
That was Tyler. I didn't say nothing. I mean,
Oh my God! Look, man. Let's get for real here. Let's get for real, people. Let's get for real, people.
All right, go ahead.
We must take with the second pick. We must take the most important person with that pick, the most valuable player that gonna bring us commodity to the team with that pick, that number 2 pick. We gotta use it. And we got to use it with the player that's going to be the best fit. Jamal Adams, I named them all. Malik Hooker, Jamal Adams, Solomon Thompson, all the high tendency guys that will be impact players for this team. We named them all. I don't care about none of them coming, but we cannot waste this pick on dumb shit.
True.
We can't.
I agree.
We can't. Sean had a good point with Christian McCaffrey. That was a good point. That was good. He's a Kyle style player. I like that point he made. Sean had a very good point. And I've never heard people, and Joe had a good point. Joe, my man. Joe always gonna talk good about Solomon. But they said Solomon, but you said Solomon wouldn't come in and beat out certain players and knock nobody for a starting position.
I will not withdraw.
Really?
I will not withdraw. I will not withdraw that.
Do you want to bake that?
I wish he'd make the team for a week just so I could show you, Trez, that nobody's going to have to sit down for Solomon Thomas to play.
Okay. I will take that bet again. That's another bet we can have. If he makes the team, if we pick him, I bet you he knocked one of them jokers out for their position.
Who is he going to knock out?
Oh, man.
Go ahead.
Easily. Probably Armstead or Wisco, one of the two.
Who? Armstead or who else? Who's the other person?
I said Buckner or Armstead, each one.
Buckner,
either way you want to go.
You add Buckner to that mix too. He's gonna sit Buck down.
Yeah, either one. Because neither one showed me nothing last year. Look, let me tell you something, man. And people saying we don't need another lineman. We got plenty of linemen. You said we got plenty of people who can stick their hand in that dirt already. Well, tell me this. If we had those people you talk about, how the hell did we get tore up on yardage, every team playing against us shredding our defense? They weren't bouncing it to the outside. They was running between the tackles. So you tell me, if we don't need them, then who there to stop somebody? Because it's the same crew from last year. It's the same up front. Okay. Except for, old boy we got out of Miami.
Can I answer this question?
Go ahead.
All right.
Ahead. They didn't bounce no runs to the outside. They ran straight up the gut on. Straight to the gut. Every hole, they went straight through. One of those outside bounces.
Can I answer now?
Go ahead.
Okay. May I also mention our defensive coordinator last year? He went by the name of Jim O'Neill. Now, let me go by some history here with Mr. O'Neill. They had a similar problem in Cleveland, Ohio. You could run all day on the Browns. And when he came to San Francisco, everybody was aware of that, and they says, uh-oh, here he comes. And people like me, who always are optimistic, said, oh, man. Well, you know what? He may have learned something when he was in Cleveland. He may have made some adjustments. He may not be setting up the same defense in San Francisco. I was a damn lie. He set up that same defense. React, guys, react. What do you see? React. That is the most foolish defensive system in the NFL. Now, he took that he's from the Ryan tree. But if you ask Rex what was going on in San Francisco, Rex would probably say, don't ask me. I don't know. I've never seen that before myself. It was a foolish scheme that the 49ers did not understand, nor did they react to properly. It was ineffective. You can't, running up the gut on a defense every week, that's more than just a player problem. You have to believe that. These guys played football before they came to San Francisco. All of a sudden, they turned to trash, each and every one of them. It doesn't make sense. There's no logic behind that. Now, you put them in a system that makes sense, and all of a sudden, I guarantee you're going to see something different than what you've seen last year. Same guys, even the second stringers that came in took over for the guys who got hurt earlier trying to play in that foolish system. That is my answer. Trez, I'm looking for some rebuttal. Give it to me.
I told you about Jim O'Neill when we first got Jim O'Neill. One shit, one gonna never be shit, and we were doomed when we got it.
You're right.
That's water under the bridge, right?
You're right, and you're right.
But let me say this though. Shouldn't some of those guys' athleticism had to have shown up somewhere on a couple of those games to be out there just straight manhandling, being a beast by themselves, stopping somebody? Nobody showed up.
They played in the first half. They played in the first half.
So if we saying that we already got the pieces of the puzzle in place, we just got to coach them up, and I agree with that. They need to be coached up because they won last year. But at the same time, somebody athleticism should have shown up last year. Look, let me tell you something. We didn't have a hell of a defense when Patrick Willis got here, but you knew damn Patrick Willis was on that field with nothing. You knew his presence was there because you saw it. Guess what? He was out there beasting by his damn self.
This is why I want. This is why I want Reuben Foster.
We didn't get that out of your Buckner, your Armstead.
Buckner was
got a bad shoulder.
Buckner was working hard.
The other one just ain't doing. Man, come on. Man.
Are you going to tell me Buckner
Thompson?
Buckner wasn't working hard.
We need.
Buckner wasn't working hard, Trez.
Working hard. I ain't see him stop nobody. Man, we getting gassed up.
All right. And then you know what?
I ain't seen no sacks. Yeah. I ain't seen nobody stopping no running back.
Yeah.
I ain't seen shit.
All right. Now.
So to make my point, and I'm going to go because I know we can't go all night long.
Yeah.
Make my point, though.
Okay, go ahead.
Because you done brought your army tonight.
No, I didn't tell them. I didn't have no conference with them folks.
They always show them on Sunday. I I want to. Y'all said we got enough guys put there. We got a bunch of bombs. That's what we got.
No, I don't believe
now,
that. I do not believe that.
We got a bunch of bombs at depth now, not starters. At the depth, we got a bunch of bombs, and we need to figure it out who need to go and who need to stay.
That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Toby, to go back with Toby said Harbaugh first year went 13-3. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Toby, but Harbaugh had the pieces of the puzzle already there on the team. He didn't have to do shit but get a good coaching staff to coach these boys up, and that's why we went because we was already at the turning point the year before.
And you're going to see that, and you're going to see that again this year.
That argument right there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because a lot of those guys hit the road.
Kyle doesn't have that type, like you said, it's going to be a transition. It is.
Yeah.
Because Kyle he's not inheriting that same team that Harbaugh inherited when he came. Then I'm gone. You and your arm and y'all can have it for the rest of the night. I don't want to call back in now. I don't want to do that. So,
Trez, you have a good night. Let me go to Omar. After Trez already had his beat up people. Omar. I'm sorry, see Trez. Now he's got me.
What's up, Ronbo?
Yeah, Omar, I'm sitting here. I'm getting beat up by Trez, man. He came in here and he told me that Buckner ain't worth a damn. He said that Solomon Thomas would make him sit down. I'm trying to understand where in the world is that kind of thinking.
We don't need another defensive lineman, man. We do not need another D lineman. You over here talking about drafting Solomon Thomas, man. We already have like 15 Solomon Thomases on the line waiting to play.
Thank you.
We don't need no Solomon Thomas. And we got let me answer to this dude, Sean. Sean was talking about taking Christian McCaffrey for the second pick. You can't do that, man. You can't take Christian McCaffrey on the second pick. That's too high. If you're going to take somebody in the second pick, you need a leader. You need somebody like Jamal Adams or Reuben Foster. Those are the only two people you got to look at number 2. There is nobody else to look at number 2. All this Christian McCaffrey, all this Cunningham, all this stuff, all that is bullshit, man. You don't want somebody like that. You want a fucking leader, man. You want somebody to lead the team and have the face of the franchise. And that's going to be Jamal Adams, and that's going to be Reuben Foster. Either one of those two, man.
We agree. We agree on that. And you know what? As I said, if you trade down and you lose Reuben, because you're definitely going to lose Adams, then McCaffrey's in play. But you're right. If you're going to take that number 2 pick, it's Adams or Foster. What part of Solomon Thomas looks like a leader? He's going to have trouble making the roster, especially as a starter.
Man, if you look at Solomon Thomas, he got a motor. Ain't nobody saying that he doesn't have a motor, man. When you want to know something, if you're going to be in the NFL, you better have a motor.
Yeah.
You better have a motor, and you better be able to play 4 quarters. Or else, guess what? You out of here. And like everybody else was saying, NFL stands for not for long, buddy. You ain't going to stay there for long. Yeah. If you don't put up your end of the bargain, and if you don't show up, just like he said, what did you do for me today? It's all about what you did for me today. And at the same time, 15 defensive linemen, we don't need an extra one, man. We have too many defensive linemen. What we need is a safety or a linebacker.
No, they are not all bums. I refuse to believe that. I want to see them in a better defensive system. And then I'll declare
we do have a Solomon Thomas, man. His name is Aaron Lynch. He's going to come off that corner. He just got to lose a little bit more weight. That's it. And then he has actually more experience than Solomon Thomas.
Thank you.
And if you put Aaron Lynch against Solomon Thomas, corner for corner, Aaron Lynch will beat out Solomon Thomas 5 times out of 5, man. Come on.
Amen.
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 Fat Boy was going to beat out somebody. Fat Boy can even lose weight. They make the team probably.
That's
Aaron Lynch
conjecture.
has been playing in a 3-4 defensive system. When he was in UCF, he was playing in a 4. You got to remember, man, all this is no protection because we were in the 3-4 defense, man. We're not going to be doing that bullshit anymore. All that is gone out the door with Trent Baalke.
So his weight issue had to do because we was in the 3-4.
That don't matter. He was in the wrong. He was in the wrong position.
Trez,
when you in the wrong position, when you
a high ankle sprain. Can I throw that in there?
To play a certain position, you got to succeed at that position. You can't move somebody right from another position the position that he was playing to a different position and expect him to succeed. It's not going to happen. You ain't going to take somebody from the 3-4 and convert them to the 4-3 and convert them to the 3-4 instantly. It's not going to happen.
And
Omar,
honestly, he did a good job with the 3-4 as well. People have to realize he was playing on a high ankle sprain. He only had 2 or 3 weeks to get over it and put him back out. People say injuries. I don't want to hear about the injuries. You do have to hear about the injuries. Eric Armstead is 5 times the player he was last year. With a bad shoulder, he was still trying to get it done. He's got a lot of heart. With Aaron, he had a high ankle sprain. It's not going to heal up within 5 or 6 weeks. He comes back this year, and guys like Solomon Thomas can't beat out Aaron Lynch, period. There's just too many things against him.
Okay.
We got edge rushers, man. We got Eli Harold and we got Aaron Lynch, man. Those is going to set the premier. They're going to go back to the 4-3 that they were playing before, and they're going to set the edge for us. We don't need none of that Solomon Thomas bullshit. Hey, Ronbo, I'm going to leave you at this. Number 2 pick, man. Either Jamal Adams, man, or Reuben Foster. I'm out, Ronbo. Go Niners, baby.
All right, Omar. Have a good night, man. Yo. Let me get one more question here. Devon says, let me give it. Has Joe watched anyone else besides Solomon? Because all he wants to be is a good guy. Solomon Thomas, I mean, I wonder if he has his moments they don't notice. Solomon may be evil. We don't even know. Let me get one more. I see Taryn here too. He says, what do you and the callers think about Tart moving to linebacker? And that's already been discussed on several analyst pages, as he might be better in that position because he needs more reps. He needs to be on the field so he can get used to the NFL before they let him go because they've never seen enough, right? And YMS says, do you think Jamal Adams is the man? Because he is. And if it's number 2 and Lynch is sitting there, there's going to be a little bias. John's going to say, that's my boy right there. You just go, Jamal Adams, call him right now. I'm picking him up. I'm on my way out there to tell him now. See, that's the way it works, because a Reuben Foster would be awesome. But I'm not, if everybody can say, he ain't won in the second round, yes, number 2 pick. If you trade down, it's just like Devon said yesterday on Red Gold GM, why in the hell do people think that Reuben Foster's going to wait for us to trade down to number 8? He ain't going to be there. I guarantee it. Let me go to, is that a B? Devin. Was that DeJuan? No, that's DeJuan. Didn't he say his name was DeJuan? Howard. H-O.
Yeah, it's DeJuan.
It is DeJuan, yeah. What's your last name?
Yeah. Nah, just because you was messing up my name. It's all good.
All right, DeJuan. DeJuan, what's up, man?
Doing good, man. I just been listening to everything, and I just want to touch on a couple of things.
Go right ahead.
You're exactly right about our defensive coordinator. He was trash. Now, you got to remember we playing the game in inches. If we off a couple inches, it can change everything up. Also, I want to say, as far as us picking, like my man said, Adams or Reuben Foster at number 2, I think that's perfect. But I think, honestly, that should be our second thing. I think we really should trade back. That's just my opinion. Because at the end of the day, we need more players. If we can get 2 more second-round picks and we can get somebody like Zay Jones and another tight end or even our cornerback Kevin King or something, we need those other extra bodies. And we can still get another linebacker. People forget, like, we could move Ahmad Brooks in maybe in the middle. We can move Jankowski out to the outside linebacker spot. We don't need another defensive end. That's a fact. We just need to keep them on the outside so they get in a one-on-one. We don't need them. They double team that change the game, but they get the one-on-ones, they're dominating. They're too big. Now, I think we should probably definitely look at the middle defensive lineman. What's his name? Jonathan Allen. We need to look at him, too, because he's decent in the middle of the defensive line. We do need somebody in the line, but just in the middle of the line, in my opinion. But that's basically all I got, man. I just feel like we need to trade back. Even if I understand Reuben Foster is a monster. I get it.
Yeah.
Totally get it. But I do think it's a chance he can move back because they're very, very concerned about that character stuff. They are. You know what I mean? And maybe it's only 2 teams that don't pick him up. We ain't saying he dropping to the middle of the round.
But DeJuan,
saying dropping 4, 5, 6 picks.
The thing is, thing is, DeJuan, they called Reuben in first. Before they talk to anybody else, they call Reuben in first. This is why I think, and I'm a little worried about it, but I think there's something wrong with Bo. I really hope that isn't the case. But they called Reuben in number 1 to Santa Clara, and I got a feeling they really do want him. And I'm telling people need to brace themselves for bad news.
Why. I see why.
Yeah.
He's good out there, man. He's an awesome talent. I understand. You know what I mean? I do understand. If we do get him, I think that's the second option. That's what I'm saying. But I think we really
need more picks. I agree with you, though. We need more picks.
Other linebackers. If you don't know how to scout, you should be. If you know how to scout, you should be able to find somebody else in that second round.
And Adam Peters.
My opinion.
And Adam Peters, he knows.
I think now that we got rid of Tramaine Brock, we should pick up Marshon Lattimore.
See,
right, and if we trade back, we still got an opportunity to get him. We could possibly get Corey Davis. There's so many other people we still can get that we need if we trade back.
Yeah.
So
and Lattimore,
you know what I mean? We don't have to get him. If we can get another 2 second round, this draft is thick.
Yeah, and if you're gonna get Lattimore,
we need to go all defense in the draft.
Yeah, but if you're gonna get Lattimore, you better bring Hooker with him because it's been said that may have been Lattimore's success. Okay, let's not get unorganized. DeJuan, all right, man. Let me talk to you on red and gold, man.
All right, man.
All right, let me get Charles.
Hey.
Yo, Charles. What's up, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, all right. We're having a little problem with who should be at number 2, and whether or not that Solomon Thomas is the savior, the messiah of the defensive line. I love property. You know what? I used to like Solomon Thomas too, until all of a sudden they started talking about making him the number 2 overall pick. Then all of a sudden I said, did we go too far?
And Trey slick shot me too. I got you, Trey. Slick shot me.
Wait, is that Charles?
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, Charles. Okay, guys, let Charles have the floor, please. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Charles.
Hey, they went too far. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, yeah, they went too far with the number 2 pick. You know, we got too many people on the offensive line. We got 3 or 4 defensive linemen in the past 2 years. You know, we don't really need defensive linemen. Reuben Foster is everybody's, so-called safe pick. But, the guy had shoulder surgery this year. And, do you really want to pick somebody in the first round who just came off of shoulder surgery?
Good point. Good point.
And the physical way that he tackles, I love it. But the guy's already dealing with problems with his shoulders, coming into the league. I don't know if I think teams are going to be really antsy at picking the guy early in the first round. And so I really don't think we should pick him up because you know how available. You see how physical the guy plays, and if he tears his shoulder, he's gone. I mean, his shoulder is not a 4-week rehab. He's going to be out for 2 or 3 months.
Where would you go then, Charles? Are you going to hold it 2 or are you going to trade down? What would be your decision on that matter?
If you hold it 2, you go with a wide receiver. I think the one of the things I did like about Trent Baalke is that if you reach for a player, let it be a player that you really like. What he did with Anthony Davis, a few years ago, maybe 5 years ago when he drafted Anthony Davis with Ayupati.
Yeah.
That was really good. Everybody criticized because he reached, but hey, it turned out to be really good. But I just think you go with Corey Davis, or you go with the guy out of Clemson,
Mike Williams.
And so, or you go with that safety from Ohio State. He is, oh my God,
Ohio State.
He's better than.
You mean LSU?
Yeah.
Are you talking about Malik Hooker, Ohio State? Malik Hooker, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about.
Okay, now he just had shoulder surgery too, though. Or was it pectoral?
Okay.
Yeah, he's recouping. He's rehabbing too.
Yeah, well, we don't need.
No
That's the
rehabs.
problem. They come in injured. We don't need them in the first round. We need somebody. We sure don't need Mitch Trubinsky and with the second pick.
Man,
we
nobody.
don't need.
Nobody even talks about Mitch anymore. I'm funny because Mitch has become an afterthought. I think he's moved down the chart around 6 or 7, or with the Jets. I mean, he's every week Mitch moves down into the spot. And pretty soon, Deshaun Jackson's going to be in the second round. The quarterbacks are slowly moving out of the first round. Kaiser will be available in the second round. So the quarterbacks are getting.
He don't need to be available. I mean, this guy don't need to be available. When you look at his tape, if you look at his highlights, he's a first round grade. When you look at his whole tape, he's not a first round grade. I think he should go. They should give him a third round or fourth round grade. He's not ready. When your own coach comes out and tells you that you're not ready, then you're really not ready. That's the same thing that Pete Carroll did with Sanchez.
Yeah.
And a lot of people thought, Pete Carroll was being
mean,
too harsh on the guy, and he ended up being one of the biggest busts in NFL history.
Yeah, I mean, it's bad. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think Kaiser's going to be that way. He's not your quarterback. You can look at the guy, the way he plays. You can look. He's not gifted to play quarterback in the NFL. Maybe on the college level, but
yeah, he'd be on the bench a couple of years anyway. And in fact, Charles, you know what? All these quarterbacks are going to be on the bench for a couple of years out of this class. All of them. There's not one guy that's going to be. Yeah. So Charles, we need.
Except for the Jets. The Jets are going to pick a quarterback in the first round.
Yeah.
And I believe that quarterback will start. Whoever they pick in the first round, that quarterback is going to start. So,
could be. All right.
Charles,
let me see you on Monday, Charles. We got a bunch of folks here. It's getting late. So, but Charles, appreciate it, Charles.
All right. All right, Ronbo.
Have a good day.
Thanks for your show being available.
Thank you for calling, man. All right. We got 757. You're out. Williamsburg, VA. Hello. Hello, Williamsburg. Hello. Area code is 757. Yeah, go ahead. Hello. Yeah, I can hear. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Yeah, that means we're connected. Go ahead. You got some sound going on in your background. Can I get you to get that sound out of there?
Is that better?
Yeah. So is that maybe it's not you? I hear somebody's playing a device right next to your ear. If you're playing a device right next to your headphones, it's going to get amplified. So you got to turn that off, guys. You guys see? Okay. No, we still got it. All right. Where's that sound coming from? Is that? All right. What is your name? Hello. Williamsburg. What is your name? Hello. Hello, Williamsburg. All right. Let's go to Sohel Rad. Sahel. Here he comes. Sahel actually works for me on the all-night chat. Comes in and just throws the name. Him and the guy. What's his name? The guy from Monterey or Salinas. They come in and they throw Solomon Thomas at me. You guys are mean, man. I'm telling you, that's just evil.
I'm calling from 757. My name Eric.
What's that? Is that Williamsburg? Oh, Williamsburg is back. Okay.
He could take his call if he wants to.
Okay, so we'll come back to you, Sal. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm 757. My name Eric, man.
Eric. Okay, Eric. Hey, man. Eric, what's on your mind, man? Go ahead. We're listening.
Yeah, man. I think we should keep the #2 pick, man. Pick up Marshon Lattimore. We need a shutdown corner out there.
Yeah, you think Marshon is a shutdown?
Yeah, I think he'll shut down. I'm an Ohio State fan, so that's my team. So.
Because Marshon redshirted the whole year because his hamstrings went out. I always worry about guys like that because Bruce Ellington has been a hamstring king. Bruce lost last year.
Picking up some injured players too, man. I hate that, man.
Yeah, and that's why I worry a little bit about Marshon. Can he stay healthy? Because center field position cornerback is very important for the 49ers, so he's got to be able to stay out there.
Yeah, see, now if he can stay out there, I believe he can be a shutdown corner.
All right. Yeah, he's number one. Marshon, nobody's ranked above him, so he definitely has the potential.
Yeah, I watch him all year round, baby. You have to tell me.
There.
But, yeah, we don't need Reuben Foster, man. We just picked up Malcolm Smith for 5 years.
I know, but it's Malcolm Smith. I don't know if he's Reuben Foster. You know, Malcolm Smith, and that's a front end, that's a contract that's going to, in 2 years, they're going to renegotiate that contract, and Malcolm could be gone unless he does a great job. So, but you know,
I think he's going to show up and show out.
Yeah, because he can stop the run. You can't run on him. You can pass on Malcolm all day, but don't run on him. So you're right. I like that.
Yeah.
And they kind of say that about Reuben on occasion. They say his coverage is okay, but he's death on the run. So we'll see.
So what you think we're going to do about NaVorro Bowman?
I'm real worried about that. I wonder what the doctors are telling the coaching staff, because I said they called Reuben Foster in day one. How come? So you know, I don't know.
Foster, he's a good linebacker though. Man. I'm not gonna even lie, he's a good linebacker.
Yeah, it depends. But just like Charles just said though, how bad is that shoulder? You know, you come into the NFL
That's the
hurt.
only thing I'm worried about.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm worried about.
Yeah, because I ain't worried about that.
We got a history of picking up injured players and they never get to play.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I'm worried about.
Because I ain't worried about him yelling at people at the medical facility. But as far as his play, you know. If his shoulder's bad, good Lord. It's just like Jonathan Allen, too. That was an absolute beast all season long. Now they say both shoulders have arthritis. But they said he's always played with those, so maybe, I don't know. It's a scary thing.
Yeah, it is scary. I just hope we make the right pick, man. And
I know.
Whoever we pick up, show up and show out for us.
Yeah. So your safest pick is probably Jamal Adams at number one.
Healthy?
Yeah. Yeah, Jamal, oh, he's very healthy. I mean, that fool was running a 4.33.
You talking about the safety from LSU, right?
Yeah, man, that dude was blazing down. You got pictures now of Jamal Adams. You just see a blur in gold and green, whatever the colors are, and you see a head, and Adams flying. Is there a safety in the league that runs 4.3s? That's kind of.
We need to get back to that team like we had with Dante Whitner, Deshaun Goldson, Patrick Willis, NaVorro Bowman, and all the players like that. We need another Justin Tucker or somebody. Not Justin Tucker, but Justin Smith.
Everybody wants that. That's why I says, man. Solomon doesn't play in the secondary. But yeah.
And I look forward to seeing Eric Armstead and DeForest Buckner show up this year because they did good with like being injured, and DeForest Buckner played good too.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing about Buckner. His snaps are going to get cut in half this year. Now, if he worked as hard as he did, and Buckner, I believe he was number 2 in the league for having played more snaps than anybody in the league. Now, what if you give him proper rest between sets? What if you cut back on all them plays? What kind of Buckner can you expect there? That's what I'm waiting on. And as far as Eric Armstead goes, playing with a bad shoulder, when he came into camp last year, everybody in camp was, oh my God, who is that? So that's what I'm looking forward to this year. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm just ready us to get back. I'm ready for us to get back to competing, man.
I know everybody is on that. Tell you what, Eric, I appreciate you calling, Eric. We got to move on, man. But listen, you get on back and remember, Red and Gold Radio on Monday and Tuesdays too. All right, you got the Ronbo Sports app. All right.
Yeah, I downloaded it.
There you go. You can find it. You'll get an alert when the time the show comes on, just to remind you if you want to check in. All right.
Yeah, I watch you on YouTube all the time, man. But I never knew nothing about the app. That's crazy.
Ain't it?
I watch you all the time, but like I don't know how I didn't see that down there in the corner of the screen.
Thanks, man. You'll check out Red Gold, just like we're carrying on right now. It gets even more crazy. It gets just as crazy Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. If you feel like arguing, come on by, man, please, because we love to argue.
Yeah, I love debating about my Niners. I don't like when I go around here and I see people talking about my Niners, I get angry.
Tell you, man, it's fighting material. All right, Eric, have a good night, man.
You too, man.
All right. And Sahel, come on in, man.
Hey, I'm here. What's going on, man?
Yeah, Sahel, I'm waiting. I'm standing back, man. I'm waiting. Go ahead, start it up. Go ahead, start it up.
You get that train going, man. Hey, shout out to first I want to say shout out to Ron Swanson and Niner Gang. You know, they definitely been doing their thing on the chat room.
True.
I just wanted to say, all the people that know about hating about Solomon Thomas in the chat room is we are 2-14 left. Yeah, that's the flat pass, but didn't we give up 100 yards every running back that we played? Now, other than Gurley, we played against, we sucked. And we had Buckner was the only guy, and they were overworking him. Like, what the hell is going on?
Okay, I agree on that. He was way overworked. Okay.
Hallelujah. Thomas on a fix it. He was on verge of getting hurt. And it's like, people like, dude, we are playing him too hard, and Dial is not it. Ron Blanc is coming, but we don't know he's going to be good. Or we're figuring it out right now. But Armstead is injured prone. Lynch is in weight problems. Solomon Thomas.
Wait. Sohail, I just want to ask you one question right there. Do you remember our man Armstead getting hurt in his rookie season?
Yeah.
Okay. Please.
He had an arm injury, right?
No, in his rookie season, right? Tell me when he was hurt. Because people say that, and I says, man, when did anybody? Armstead was runner-up #2 best rookie defensive lineman next to Wilson out of New York. And people, he's always hurt. I said, was he hurt in his rookie year? He's played 2 seasons. Was he hurt in his rookie year? First people do is say just what you said. Yeah. No, he wasn't.
Well, I thought he was hurt the last 4 games in the season.
No.
He has some injury or something.
No.
I might be wrong, but
yeah, go back and look again. Now, last year he hurt his shoulder at the beginning of the season before the season got started.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, but you know what? Go ahead. Continue making your point. I just want to clear the Armstead thing up. Now go ahead with the rest of it.
I see your point. Armstead has potential, having that, that big twin towers coming in. But the thing is, we need another pass rusher. We don't, even Armstead when he was healthy. Buckner was not there when he was healthy, but obviously we don't have a defensive line to stop his runs, man. It's like Seattle's running backs. And when Lynch left, Rouse and Christian, they run us over, man. It's just like, what is going on? And he had a shitty offense. And I just don't understand why people are just passing up. Well, Solomon Thomas, yeah, he might be coming in. But we need Solomon Thomas.
Sahel, is that your noise? Is that some? Can you control?
That's not me.
Okay. No, go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, but the thing is, another thing, and people saying, "Oh, get Foster." Oh, okay, well, I'll get Foster. But Bowler, he reminds me of a Zach Thomas. He's definitely a guy that could pick up if we really need a linebacker. If you want to someday replace Bowman when that comes, Bowler is I think that guy. If we want to get a running back, a linebacker, that's the guy we could get. So we could have 2 guys coming in. The wide receiver, second round, maybe we could get Zay Jones. There's always potential of what we could fix in and the need, and that's a available player, in my opinion.
I like Zay Jones because nobody wants to give me an offensive player. So Zay Jones, I'll take it.
Yeah, we need that number 1. He has that good hands. He has good route. He has the potential to be a number 1.
And available in the second round.
Jackson was a second round, so hey, Zay Jones could be the Deshaun Jackson guy.
What's the name?
But back to Solomon Thomas, he's a 4.69 40, and in Game Changers, I don't know if you guys watched that or not, but he I was trying to say yesterday with the GM. I don't know if you guys confused about that. He destroyed Allen, and Ware was just praising him. All the coaches were just praising. Oh wow, he's just taking over Allen. And then later on, the comments in the Ware was yeah, he's.
Well, that's what you were talking about yesterday.
He's one of the best. He's he's taking over.
Yeah.
And they see why he's taking over Allen. So
you're talking about Jonathan Allen, aren't you?
Yeah, Jonathan Allen.
Yeah.
Yes.
And because I haven't watched Game Changers yet. You're saying he outplayed Allen in that portion of the program? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're every move, every I forget the name of it. They're like doing a different. Shit. They're just doing different plays
Drills.
that they're doing,
Drills,
and they're
yeah.
he's just taking. They're like, oh wow, he has so much burst. He's coming out of that burst. He has that speed.
Yeah.
And everybody thought they're saying that does not have the speed, but he has it. And
he's
I don't know.
okay. You know what though?
He's a junior.
It's the thing is, it's not about Solomon being a bad football player. It's about, is that really a number 2 in the draft need? That's the thing.
It is.
And some people believe it is, and some people don't believe it is. Because as I say, it is about the defensive scheme that the 49ers were playing in last year. It's about guys that shouldn't even be in the 3-4 that are returning to the 4-3. There's a lot of factors in here to bring him in. That's my problem. So, that's what I'm saying. It's a redundant pick. It's not necessary. There's got other needs we need. That's why I'm saying, no, not at number 2. If he's available in the second round, okay. Well, that's not going to happen either. So.
That's not going to happen, though.
No.
His stock has been rising, and I don't think his stock is going to be dropping.
Yeah, and his stock is rising for
player.
No, I agree about his stock rising, but it's rising for the wrong reasons. Because Jonathan Allen's stock is falling, and so they just automatically promote another player. So this is why it's to me it's weak. So because a few weeks ago he could not move Jonathan Allen from that position, and all of a sudden now he's the star of the show. I look for him to be past Myles Garrett in another 2 weeks. It's getting weird. So, Anyway.
Yeah, they say Jonathan Allen, he's like his shoulder. People can say, if he plays in NFL, in the big leagues, he's not going to last. He's going to be injury prone constantly. That's why his stock is dropping.
Could be so. All right, so.
Got Myles Garrett. That's another one. Myles Garrett, who do he play? He's a great player. Don't get me wrong. He's a great player.
It's an argument that can go on for hours.
Clemson, good teams out there.
I know, Sahel. I got to stop you right there, though, Sahel. We got to move on because we got too many people in here, and we're already running into 2 hours. So, okay. Sahel, I'll see you. I'll see you on your online chat. We continue this, okay?
Get on the Solomon trade, man.
All right, bro. Talk to you later. All right, let me knock out one question real quick. Let's see. Let's go to Corey Vega. Every year there's a player that slips out of the first round. I think it will be Corey Davis due to injury. If he is there for the second round, do we take him? In a heartbeat! You take him immediately. Don't even think about it. Okay. Let me go to Wilson. Wilson.
Hey, what's going on, Ronbo?
Yo, man, I'm sitting back here and trying to talk people out of Solomon Thomas. Are you a Solomon Thomas man?
Man, I'm not. Solomon Thomas. He's not an NFL. He looks good in college.
Yeah.
When he gets on the NFL level, these NFL guards and tackles, he's not going to be moving them like that. He don't weigh enough.
Yeah. See.
He's not going to be moving them.
Yeah.
Then with the Foster, I looked at Foster today. Every tackle he makes, he's throwing his shoulder. He's not wrapping up. He's making hard hits by throwing his shoulder, but now you have shoulder problems.
And that's probably why.
So why would we take you?
Yeah.
Okay, then why is everybody saying the Malik Hooker? Why is everybody writing off Jimmy Ward as safety? We haven't even seen him as safety yet. He could be like Malik Hooker.
That's a good point.
It's like we're not giving him a chance. They're just jumping on the Malik Hooker bandwagon.
You must have to go with that. You know why? Because if I'm going to say Solomon Thomas is an unnecessary and a redundant pick, I guess you're right. I cannot call for another center fielder either. Okay. I'm a back up off that.
We have to give Jimmy Ward a chance.
Yeah.
Because I believe he can do it. I believe he can get it done. Now, with the Jamal Adams, I know he looks spectacular in college and in the combine and everything. But what makes him all of a sudden just surpass Eric Reed and Tart that really hasn't had a chance yet? Mm-hmm. So it's like we're going to give up. We moved up to get Reed. We're going to give up on Reed and give up on Tart just to put Jamal Adams right there.
Hell yeah.
No. Because we need more value at another position than doing that.
Bro,
it's like, okay.
Reed did, but stayed hurt.
What has he done? He
give up on
good
him. He did shit.
He did good when Harbaugh was there.
Come on, man. Get off that. Y'all get off that Harbaugh train, man. He gone. We're dealing with the coaches that we got now. We're dealing with the team we got now. Come on now. Make sense.
But don't quit on a player when he looks good with somebody else, and all of a sudden you get another coach, and then you quit on him.
But you can make that argument with any position.
But you know he has the talent to do it. So how do you know this defensive coordinator is not going to get the best out of him?
Mm-hmm.
This same defensive coordinator had Cam Chancellor. But what's the difference between Chancellor and Reed? They're just alike.
One has a concussed problem and one doesn't. That's the difference. And one has a higher motor than the other. Who? Eric Reed? Oh, shit, all last year. What you mean? When the last time?
He didn't miss no games last year.
He didn't miss half the season when he tore his bicep.
That was the season before last.
No, that was last year, Wilson. He tore his bicep last season. It was the last game or so.
Yeah.
Man, you cannot give up on Eric. He's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
Oh,
I would like to see Tart play, because I see flashes of him when he's in there. He's making plays. It's just that he don't get enough playing time, and I feel like he can do it. So I don't want to jump into grabbing a safety when we already have safeties that's capable of getting the job done. They just not giving a chance. Tart hasn't been given a chance, and Ward hasn't been given a chance yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather go corner.
Who would you pick up in the corner?
I would take Lattimore.
Okay.
But I don't want to. Are you going to take him? It's a team.
Wilson, are you going to take him with the number 1 pick or the number 2 pick? I feel
like we could trade back. I just feel like
you're not going to get Lattimore trading back, Wilson. You're not going to get Lattimore trading back. Now, that means you're going to have to go with the number 2 pick.
We don't have to trade back. We don't have to go back. We don't have to go back too far. I feel like the Jets will want Trubisky. They're sitting at 6, we're at 2. I believe we could trade back with them.
Wilson,
I believe we could trade with if Carolina wants for that. I believe we could go back to 8.
Wilson, you'd have to trade.
Still get Lattimore 8.
Wilson, as the news is right now, you'd have to trade with San Diego, as they are hot on Lattimore. If he comes to them, he's in the new Los Angeles Chargers. So, see those trade backs, you got to be real worried about those. If you're pinpointing a player, you could get your feelings hurt on them trade backs, and that's why I mentioned Reuben Foster early in the program. If you're trading back and anticipating getting a player, that's real risky. You might as well wait until they pick the player and then trade or something like that. But it's a dangerous thing.
I'll take Lattimore, and I don't like the Foster thing because he's just the pass cover. He can't even get out. He's not a good pass covering linebacker. Yeah, no, we're gonna take somebody at 2. Yeah. We're gonna take a linebacker at 2. Give me somebody like Patrick Willis, all world, pass cover and run stop.
Wilson, remember we know how you feel about Alabama products. So it's okay. All right, Wilson, we got to go to the next go because we're running way later. So Wilson, good stuff, man, as usual, man.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Have a good night, Wilson. All right, let's get Mike in here.
How you doing, Ronbo?
I'm doing all right, Mike, man. Just loving 49 fans, all passionate about their people. They don't care nothing about what you think. They just go tell you what we need is. And this is the reason why. So I'm going to sit back. But, Mike, I know you got somebody favorites you like. Who you love, man?
Who do I love? I'm between Jamal and Tre'Davious White. They're both. When was the last time you heard an LSU corner or secondary that wasn't like Patrick Peterson, LSU? Eric, when he first came out, before he started getting hurt all the time, he's a stud.
Yep.
We got Rashad now coming right out. He's playing great.
Yeah.
LSU turns out great defensive backs.
Damn right. I put up a post there today. What would we look like with an all LSU secondary? You got Rashad Robinson, Tre'Davious White taking care of the corners. You got Eric Reed and Jamal Adams handling that safety positions. Because you can put Jamal out at the center field position. I believe he can handle it. Eric Reed just loves to knock the bejesus out of people anyway. Put him in the box, done. But it would be unfair to some of the players like Wilson was saying. We still got Jimmy Ward and other guys like that. They deserve a chance, but But go ahead.
Also with the Solomon Thomas argument, like the first thing, if I'm if I'm John, the first person I'm talking to that's not like the coach of Stanford that's hyping him up, I'm going to go to Joshua Garnett. He played with him for, a season and 2 seasons? But what do you think about how did he play when he was with you? Because he was competing against him in practice. You got to talk to the people that know him.
Mm.
Exactly.
I wonder what Joshua would say. That is a good point. Because we don't even know what the relationship was like, right? Wouldn't it be, because you don't know if he and Joshua got along well. Did Joshua not like him? Did they not like each other? Because they were Stanford bros. I mean, what is that like? It's a good point. That is an excellent. Ask Joshua. Yes. Because they're already going to ask the coach, and the coach is going to give him nothing but high marks. But if you go to Joshua, he's going to take it really a little different. So that's a good point.
Yeah, so you gotta like take into player personality and like everything else is like in technique. I do agree that Solomon is kind of high. Because like if you look back in I don't know, a month ago, he wasn't even in the first round.
I know.
Like,
agreed. All of a sudden, he's a star of the show, and he wasn't even all that much into the first round conversation up until recently. Now we need to take him at number 2. It's killing me. So yeah, I agree.
So, and then corner, I like Marshon, but also I think a lot of things. I do. He's a stud. I think he's going to succeed at NFL level, but I think also a lot of his success came from the rest of the secondary he had around him at Ohio State.
I've heard that too, especially Malik Hooker, who saved him on many a play. But I said Sean brought that up. The Hooker. I mean, the thing is, Hooker. That's his job. But if Marshon's career success is based on what Malik Hooker did, as I say, either bring Malik with him, or maybe you should take Malik. Yeah, that's yes. I don't know, but go ahead.
It's hard, but if I'm going to take a second overall, I'm probably going to go Jamal because he's a game changer. He's a leader. We definitely need a leader for sure on this team. It's not Navarre. Navarre's a great leader, but he's on the field like 20% of the time with injury. But we need someone in the secondary that knows what he's doing. And also, you go same thing with Solomon. Go to Rashad. Go talk to him about Jamal. How does he play? Is he good? What do you think about him? Like, talk to teammates.
It's a good idea. Yeah. Yeah. It's always your best bet, probably. So yeah. All right, tell you what, Mike. Let me come on. Join us on Red Gold Radio, man. All right, buddy. Have a good night, Mike. Good stuff. All right, we go to Derek.
What's up, man?
Derek, man, you up, man? What are you thinking tonight, man?
Everybody got to stop hating on my man Thomas.
I tell you what, I don't hate him. I just don't want him at number 2. There's a big difference. Hate is I just don't like him, but I do like him. In fact, if it wasn't number 2, it would be okay. How about that?
Man, he was the best defender against the run last year, and we had the worst rush defense in the NFL last year. Why do we want him?
Okay, now where do you get this ranking about him being the best against the run last year? In what conference? In his? See, that doesn't have anything to do with
college football.
That does. Well, that doesn't have anything.
Pro Football Focus.
I know, but that doesn't have anything to do with NFL. How many guys come out of the NFL every year? They were the best, and they get killed in the NFL. There's certain things.
Man, the Pac-12 is a good division, though. You're acting like it's a shitty ass division.
No, it's not. It's not shitty. But I still say, if I'm going to go for that position, I'd rather go to SEC. But okay, we'll go by stats. He's a good ball player. The main problem is we don't need him. If there was a need for a guy, and everybody's going by we sucked last year. Well, good Lord, there's so many other factors involved. And if he would have been in San Francisco last year, he would have been a part of the suck process, I guarantee you. This is why I say, bringing him in thinking he's going to make the defense a lot better, it's going to take more than any one guy with a system that we're going to be changing. The 4-3 automatically brings that run production down from any team. Now, if you're going to put him in there, there's other positions we need to bolster. We got an army, and they're not all suck, like everybody says. They were in the wrong system last year, and everybody that was in Jim O'Neill's system was in the wrong system last year. So this is why I'm saying this is not a good reason to go get Solomon Thomas. That's my argument.
But, oh my gosh, you made a good argument. I'll give you that.
See, I'm telling you, just got to look at logic. You condemn every player on the team last year.
He might be the best player available. What if we pass up on him and he ends up being the next
But hypotheticals.
What are we going to look like?
Yeah, hypotheticals.
49ers.
Every player.
Be.
Yeah, but every player in the draft is the same hypothetical.
Totally about it. He's not.
Even Myles Garrett, he may come in and be. Shoot, he might be. He may be come in and crash. I mean, he could be the next Corey Lemonnier. He looked good in college, and somebody pointed out Myles has got 2 moves. If he can't overpower you with athleticism, first thing he does is throw his arms up in the air trying to blind him. Yes, I seen him on a bunch of plays doing that.
Solomon Thomas actually played well against half decent teams. Thomas, he put up numbers only against shitty ass teams.
See, there's another.
Solomon Thomas was on the Niners last year. He would not have stopped now one of those running backs from having 100 yards. They still would have had 100 yards.
Exactly.
He would have made a difference at least.
You think so?
He would not have made a difference. In that same system, in that same Jim O'Neill system, Solomon Thomas would look just like everybody else.
Thank you. I mean, he's okay, but come on now. He's no miracle. We're going to tell him he's better than everybody in the NFL, even on our roster. Guys that have polished.
I'm saying
he would. No, we're just saying if he'd have been playing with the 49ers last year, they'd have been beating his butt too, right along with everybody else, because the system sucked, and they were out there in the field 20 damned hours. Here's the thing. People don't also forget. The first half, the 49ers weren't all that bad. When they got blown away, with the exception of, again, O'Neill's fault while they were in the clink, when's the last time you seen a professional team lined up wrong? That, to me, I will never get over. They were running up the gut of the 49ers like there was nobody there. And O'Neill later on says, yeah, well, they were lined up improperly. And I nearly passed up. They were lined up improperly. Jim O'Neill, they need to kick your ass and fire you. What in the hell would that happen? Why would that happen? So, there was issues last year beyond player personnel with the defense. So.
Do you think our defense is really set, our defensive line, with Earl Mitchell and fat-ass, dumb-ass Lynch? The only thing we have for sure is Buckner. Armstead might not even be the same with his broken arm or whatever he had last year.
Shoulder,
yeah.
Yeah, no. If he wasn't... Okay, here's the thing. You have time to make that adjustment. There's plenty of players. The 49ers, to bring him in is not going to make that kind of a difference anyway. Unless you're going to bring 2 or 3 guys, okay. But just bringing in the one guy to add to a third year in a row picking up a defensive lineman, it's just not sensible.
Why are we the only fans that don't see Thomas as a top 5 pick?
Well, he is.
Jaguars are willing to take him. Yeah. Bears are willing to take him. Everybody else is willing to take him.
It's going to be interesting.
Didn't see Wentz as a top 10, 5 pick last year, but look what happened to them too.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
There's a reason why he's up. He keeps on rising, bro. Come on.
No, because
I'm not trying to sound like a dick rider. Honestly, I'm not trying to sound like a dick rider.
No, other guys are falling, and he's rising, and I got no problem with that. It's going to be interesting to see how long it takes him to get drafted.
Paxton Lynch was falling when Wentz was rising. There's a reason to it sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm not saying all the time, because obviously, not every mock draft is perfect.
Yep.
Not every scout is perfect.
Yep. I agree.
I don't know, man.
Answer that question, Ronbo. Answer that question. Why is this man stock rising? Answer that question. Why is his stock rising and everybody else is falling? Why are they saying this man is the guy?
Because he's that damn good.
Answer
That's why.
Ronbo, please answer that.
I will if I get a chance.
He's not that good. He's just a good player on a team
not that good.
Don't have a lot. He don't have a lot of good players around him.
Let Ronbo answer the question.
Same thing with Buckner. He didn't have a bunch of good players around him either.
All right, guys.
Last year with the 49ers.
You know what? I can't really answer the question. We're running out of time, guys. Let's tell you what. I got a couple more people there. I'll answer it. Come back, radio, Red and Gold Radio. It would give me great pleasure to answer this, but we're running out of time. So let me.
All right, man.
All right.
Have a good day, man. It's all out of love too.
Yeah, no, it's all out of love. Of course it is. Come on, we'll talk tomorrow. And
all right, bro.
It's Adam out of Houston, Texas. Adam, go ahead.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Yeah, man, I'm just sitting there refereeing. The referees get attacked like the WWE.
Man. This is Bishop.
I know. What are you thinking, Adam? Oh, man.
Man, I just want to comment on the Solomon Thomas.
Go right ahead. Go ahead.
I don't think he's a bad player at all, man.
No, he's not.
I actually think he would. I think he would elevate the defensive line.
Okay.
Honestly, I do.
Okay.
And I watched a lot of film on Solomon.
Mm-hmm.
He was drawing 2 or 3 offensive linemen.
All right.
Which could free up other, it could free up maybe Armstead or Buckner on the other end. So he's a real. I say he's a top 10 pick.
No doubt.
However, we talking about the best available players.
Yep.
I don't know if he's the best available player after Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett's not the best available player.
Well, this is neither here nor there. I mean, we know Cleveland is going to take Myles Garrett anyway.
Yep.
But I'm saying, I believe, maybe Jamal Adams or Malik Hooker.
Yep.
Especially when we're talking about the defensive scheme that we'll be running.
Thank you.
We saw Earl Thomas. He was the most important piece to that Seattle defense.
And you cannot put Solomon Thomas in center field for the 49ers.
Exactly. So, I'm just saying, we're talking about the best player available, right?
Yeah.
Cal Shanahan said the most important piece is the safety position. That's what he said. I'm assuming, I believe Malik Hooker or Jamal Adams would be a better choice than Solomon if we're talking best available player.
I agree. And here, and Adam, check this out. A real quick answer here. Travis loans me a quick one-sentence answer to the question I didn't get answered a few seconds ago. Solomon Thomas' stock is rising because teams want other teams to reach so they can get what they want. That is probably what's going on. So, yeah, go ahead, Adam.
Yeah, that could be true. I think it's legit, though. I think Solomon Thomas' stock is legit, but I don't think he's I can't say he's the best available player after Garrett. I know some people going to say, well, Garrett is not the best, but I'm just saying, we know Garrett's going number one.
Yeah.
So would Solomon Thomas be better than a Jamal Adams or Malik Hooker? I don't think so. That's just my opinion.
No, it's a good one, too. Because the 49ers don't have that need.
How many other defensive players are people going to see at Stanford besides Solomon Thomas?
That's Stanford, though.
Yeah. Also, I need to look
at how much film have you watched on Solomon Thomas? None.
A lot. I'm not. A lot. I'm not.
No. We're not. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the guy that just made that statement.
I watched the highlights. He looked good in college, but these guys he's going against
highlights. No, don't go watch highlights. Watch his tape. Watch him play the game. Don't watch highlights.
To me, it's like he's on a team with nobody around him. You look good that way. If you look at David Lee when he was on the Knicks, everybody know who David Lee was. When he went to Golden State with other players around him, nobody knew he was there. You're a good player on a defense that don't have nobody.
So you saying all the scouts are wrong, all the writers are wrong, all the NFL
all of them is wrong.
A lot of the analysts jump on each other.
His stock just don't mean shit. He's just an overrated player. They just beat them up so other teams can reach.
Yes.
What team's gonna reach, bro? Tell me. What team's gonna reach? We're telling you what's the best available player with that number 2 pick we have to take. And if you want to go attitude and bring attitude to this team and to that defense, it's only 2 players. It's going to be Jamal. It's going to be Solomon. Anybody else?
Trez,
they ain't coming with attitude.
Hey, Trez, here's one thing. Guys, we got to move. But Trez, listen, here's the thing. If somebody trades up for that number 2 position, and I got a feeling that's going to happen, I'm going to say Trez is the king of actually all scouts. If they come up to number 2 and they say, and the 49ers are trading down to number 5 or 6 position to the New York Jets, and the Jets are picking up Solomon Thomas. Trez, that day I will see. Oh my God, Trez, hell, Joey, I am not worthy. I am not worthy. You guys called it. I'm gonna do it too.
All right.
Guys, listen, we got to move out. Adam, where were we? Adam, let Adam go ahead and finish up. He had some more stuff to say. Come on.
No. I mean, hey, I said what I need to say. I don't, like I say, I agree with some things that Trez is saying about Solomon Thomas. I mean, hey, he's a top 5, top 10. I'm not.
He can play.
It's just the fact that I don't know if he's an every down player. We need an every down player.
He's not. They've already made that clear. They've already made that clear. He's not going to be on that every down. He's going to be a situational player Because there's some things about him that he's not going to get past NFL blockers. He's not going to be able to beat them around the edge. Where are you going to put him? You're going to put him in the interior. It's too thick.
Yeah. And that's worth the second overall pick?
Yeah, no.
See, no, I don't think so. I think we got to go with Jamal or Malik.
That's what
Malik.
I've been saying.
What makes Malik better than Jimmy Ward at the free safety?
Okay,
Jimmy Ward, man, Jimmy Ward didn't come in college with that upside. He didn't come in with that upside like Malik Hooker. Jimmy Ward, man, he can't even stay healthy.
Malik Hooker's not healthy. Malik Hooker's not healthy. He didn't even perform at the combine. He's not healthy.
He got more upside than Jimmy Ward coming into the pros, though. You look back.
You go about up. There's a difference between upside and actually showing something on the field. We can't go with the upside.
What Jimmy Ward showed. You want to go with maybe potential, quote unquote potential. We can't afford potential.
Not at number
Jimmy
2.
Ward go back to cornerback.
Not at number 2.
We grabbed him because of his safety position that he played in college. That's what we did.
I don't necessarily agree with Trent Baalke's evaluations on players. I mean, this is what we at. That's why we at 2-14 now.
We're going to have to hold it right there because the Trent. Wait, guys, we got to hold because the Trent Baalke argument. We'll be here. It'll be like 2:00 in the morning, man. So let's
I like Jimmy Ward. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So anyway,
he's not Malik Hooker.
Good stuff, Adam.
Jimmy Ward is not Malik Hooker.
You can't say he's not Malik Hooker because you haven't seen him play the position yet in the NFL.
All right. Let me.
I've seen Jimmy Ward play it, and he's not that great.
You have not seen Jimmy Ward play free safety in the NFL yet.
Guys, we got to close shop, guys.
I've seen his skill set.
Let me close this argument out until tomorrow, guys. If you got time, we can continue. Because Nate's been standing by waiting for a while. Let me. Bishop, love you, man. Let me get to Nate Wilson. Let me get to Nate, guys. All right.
All right, Ronbo.
Okay. All right, guys. Nate!
Hey, what's up, man? Can you hear me?
Nate, I can hear you, man. And, of course, you know what's up. The battle tonight is raging. Solomon Thomas.
I guess so. Everybody's arguing over Solomon Torres.
Every week. It's been every week for 3 weeks. Solomon Thomas has been the man.
Yeah. Why don't we just wait until the draft? Why don't we wait until the draft gets here, and then we'll see. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I want to see at this point. Like, I just want to get there and let's just see what they make, the moves they make. I'm just like, let's just see what happens. I don't know what your opinion is, man. I just came on to talk to you for a little bit and get some information. I haven't been watching a lot of football, any NFL Network or nothing. I just been like, just kind of ignoring the news at this point because I don't want to hear anybody's opinion. I just want to okay, let's just pick who we need. And I don't know, man. What do you think, man? We got Hoyer, which I'm not happy with at all right now. That's the only thing I'm not happy with.
The thing is about Hoyer, and I the reason I don't worry about him is he's in good hands. He's got a coach that can handle him and get him to do the things he wants to do. And I figure that's the only reason why he called Hoyer over is because he knows he can get what he wants out of him. As he describes Hoyer, he's a solid quarterback. He's going to sit in that pocket. He's going to get it done. He's not going to be your all-star, of course, but he'll get the offense to work. And that's it's so essential in this transition year. You don't want a quarterback out there that's trying to learn the offensive system. When I think about that, especially as complicated as Kyle Shanahan's system is, you don't want him out there fumbling around. You need that guy that's out there does actually know how to run the offense. And I think he gets a bad rap. As I just mentioned a little while ago, he's got 9 300-yard games, and I listed some of the other options. Hoyer is not anywhere near as bad as some reason people are perceiving him. He's not absolutely fantastic, but he's played with guys like Tom Brady and others. He knows how to play the position. Now, he's not going to make you crazy, but he's going to get it done. And if your defense is half good, which everybody suspects if we don't pick Solomon Thomas, it's not going to be. But that is a myth. The defense will be good this year because of the fact that they changed from the dreaded 3-4 to the 4-3, which the run is automatically going to be stopped from that because you got too many guys stacked in the box. So, it's going to be a different thing this year, and I think Hoyer will be fine. So I don't think you should really worry too much about that one. But what else you got to go in?
Well, the only thing I worried about Hoyer was on Madden because he pretty much sucked on there, man. But that's the truth. I was playing Madden. I really didn't like that guy. I still like Kaepernick. It's just I don't know, man. I like the way he can run and I don't know. But he doesn't remember, know I'm always biased with mobile quarterbacks. I'm a biased guy. You know that. So I want that mobile quarterback. I don't know. It's just I'm really biased on that.
Yeah,
I always will
it's
be.
understandable.
You can't help that. Rambo changed that opinion about me. I'm a biased guy. I like mobile quarterbacks. That's just me.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's all I have to say tonight, man. I am depressed about the 49ers. That's about it, man.
You'll be happy soon. I guarantee you. When you see the W's make everybody feel better. You'll be all right. All right, man. Have a good night.
Yeah, man. You too, man. You take it easy. Thank you,
too,
Rambo.
bro. You're so welcome, man. Come back, okay? We go now to.
Yeah. All right, man.
All right, we go down to Edouard.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, Edouard. So.
Hey, man.
Go ahead, man. What say? Well, I'll tell you what. We got all kind of things going on tonight. We don't. Reuben Foster cannot. He's not coming to this club now because first of all he has an injury and he's an Alabama product. Tramaine Brock was dropped from the team. Now we got Lattimore has raised. Now here's another thing. Lattimore all of a sudden is raised up on our ladder, and because of that reason, and also Solomon Thomas. I don't even need to say you anything about Solomon, so you can go ahead from there. But what are you thinking, Edouard?
Well, I think that we definitely need to trade out of that number 2 pick.
Okay. There's a lot of people thinking that way.
Yeah, I'm thinking that because there's a clear number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, but there is no clear number 2 pick. The guys, all the guys from between number 2 and number 10, like they could go in any order, you know.
True.
I'd be happy with Thomas. I'd be happy with Allen, Lattimore, Fournette, any of the guys, any of the top guys. But I'm gonna switch it up because everyone on the show is talking about the same guys. I'm going to talk about O.J. Howard.
Yeah. Now you're talking. And you're talking offense, too. I'm already pumped. Yes.
Yeah. So, do you know, what do you know about O.J. Howard?
I know he's ranked as the number 1 tight end in the draft. And you know what's when you think of Njoku, Ingram, and some of the other, I mean, these are like freaks of nature. These guys have become the new hybrids. Pretty soon, it could get to the point where you stop looking for a wide receiver and get that big 6'5", 260-pound guy who runs a 4.5 40. God almighty! And he's got hands and he can block. Oh, man, that is the machine. That's what I'm saying. God, yes. So, yeah.
He's, to me, he's more of a nightmare mismatch than Mike Williams or Corey Davis.
Could be.
6'6". And he's a smooth route runner, soft hands, and he can beat you down the line. Instant red zone threat. We don't have the red zone threat right now. Vance McDonald, he's probably below average tight end, in my opinion.
And here's the thing, though.
But O.J. Howard, man,
you got to
that guy is like Jimmy Graham in his prime.
Okay, that's what I was getting ready to bring up. As long as he doesn't have, he's not allergic to blocking like Jimmy Graham. Jimmy Graham actually had in his contract that he's not made a force to block. I said, what? So if he could still be a tight end and and do all those things, because I got to have my tight end block. He's in a position where he's essential to block. So, that's my only problem.
I mean, O.J. Howard, Alabama, just like Julio and Amari Cooper, they didn't really utilize O.J. in the passing game, Yeah. So they used O.J. as a blocker mostly because they have a strong defense and they want to run.
Yeah.
So O.J. has a lot of experience blocking, so if he has maybe 10 more pounds, he's good.
Yeah, and he'll get more opportunities. And in Kyle Shanahan's system, he'll get more opportunities, too. The ball's coming to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
He will be our number 1 option under Shanahan, for sure. 6'6".
That's be interesting. Go with that.
Yeah, so think about that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, probably grab him around maybe 8, 9, or 10, trade with one of those guys, and pick up another second or third round.
Yeah, because he'll be available. You don't have to get him in the top of rounds. If you trade down, you're right. You can get him at.
He's going. His draft stock is rising. I remember right before the Senior Bowl, he was a second round. He dominated the Senior Bowl this year, just like he dominated the Senior Bowl last year, and then he smoked everyone at the combine. He was the fastest tight end, top 5 in the 3-cone, top 5 in the 60-yard, top 5 in the short shuttle.
He's amazing.
So he's on everyone's top 10 list right now.
Leaping ability, the guy's a freak, man. I love it. So And the Joku is just
thanks,
20 years
Ronbo.
old. That's the only problem I have with him. But he's going to be great, too. Hey, Edward, thank you, man. You have a great night, all right?
Have a good one.
All right.
You too. You too.
We go to Nighthawk.
What's up, Rambo?
Somebody tried to beat you, Nighthawk. Did you check that out? Nighthawk, man. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm back in Virginia now.
Are you back in Virginia? All right.
Yeah.
You happy to be home?
No.
You don't enjoy being in Virginia?
Nope.
Dada, what are you thinking about as far as the 49ers go tonight, man?
Well, I'm thinking about, I think everybody's right to trade down.
All right. Because,
so if they trade down, I think it's better. They might find something better to trade down.
All right.
And, I don't know who to get, but I think I'll be happy who we get. So, that's my opinion. I'll be happy whoever we get, I'll be happy.
Because you trust John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan to make the right decisions, don't you?
Yeah. I just trust, if they pick, I trust them both, so.
And you should. They're sharp guys. They're not going to pull out the wrong thing. They might, but, the chances of them doing a better job than a bad one is probably pretty high. So, yeah. You got a reason to feel faithful.
It'd be nice if they trade down, like everybody else said. To trade down, that's good. If they trade down, that's good.
Okay. And we need more picks, like that was pointed out too. We need more picks on this team this year. And this draft is loaded with a lot of defensive talent. And, and as far as that goes, some of the skill players as well. Lots of skill players. Since there's no quarterback. So ain't nothing wrong with trading down. So, it's a good idea.
Yeah, because like everybody else, I agree with everybody else. If they trade down, you get more draft picks.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about.
And then and then next year, when they have a draft pick again next year, and then they can pick, then they got more pick to go by.
Yeah. And that's another thing, right? You get a couple of picks for next year as well. That would be awesome. Mission accomplished. Agreed.
Yep. Yeah, and then you can get who you want to get there.
There you go. Oh yeah. And remember, we got Adam Peters, and he's one of the best as far as college talents goes. He knows who's who. So that's why 49 fans don't need to worry so much. And if we don't pick up Solomon Thomas, it's because Adam knows he ain't all that. Okay, I took advantage of my situation, my position there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go on. Nighthawk, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Let me hear that.
Okay. Go Niners.
See you tomorrow. All right.
Okay, man.
Let me knock out a few questions there before we cut down. And Thomas Mock to us because he's explosive. It's Barbless, but I'm gonna try this name. I can do this. It sounds like something out of one of those movies, though. Like Spartacus, Barbless, Rubicosquas. I think I broke my jaw. Anyway, the reason I've seen Thomas Mock to us is because he's explosive. There's so much depth at the edge, especially explosive guys. True. And if I'm going to get an explosive guy, what's wrong with Tim Williams? And I don't need to get him in this number 2 pick. You know what I'm saying? What about Barnett? What about Taco? I ain't got to get him with the number 2 pick. All right. Young Nash Uncut News. I like that. I was 336 North Carolina. I kept saying Ronbo, but you could not hear me. Really? I thought we answered and talked to each other for a second. Okay, I'm sorry. We'll try it again next time, all right? Because we're getting ready to shut down in a minute. Addison, we already did that one. Toby says, if Myles Garrett was not the consensus overall number 1, who would it be? You know what? Red and Gold Radio, okay? Because that's a good question. If you're not taking Myles Garrett at number 1, who are you going to pick? Boy, that's awesome. That is good. Carlos said, so is everyone okay with getting Myles Garrett and the Browns pass on him? Oh! And I bet you 9 out of 10, no. 10 out of 10 49ers and the mama too would say, oh, yes, bring that boy to San Francisco, and I'm going to make him some tacos myself. You know, Myles got to think about tacos. He's worried if he leaves Texas that there's not another place on the planet that can make tacos like that one place he likes in Texas. Apparently, Myles has never been to California. Texas don't make no tacos better than California. Wait, let me go one more. And Terrence says, why don't more people talk about Curtis Samuel at the number 34? I think Curtis Samuel, that boy he's a hybrid. He's hot. He could be speaking for the future. I agree. I think we got one more. We got Ray. Ray, come on in, Ray. What you got going on, man?
Man, I'm maintaining. What's going on, Ronbo?
Yeah, man. I'm just sitting back here laughing, man. It gets funny after a while because, boy, I tell you what, if we can't find a Raider fan or a Hawk fan or a Rams fan to fight with, we just fight with each other.
Yeah, I've been listening to everybody make their picks tonight. I think the number 2 pick, I mean, when you look at it, they say Lattimore has hamstring issues.
Yeah.
Hooker's hurt.
Yeah.
Although I like the Ed Reed comparison because I'm a U fan.
Yeah.
I think the pick that intrigues me at number 2 is what we've been missing since we had a dominant pass rush would be Jonathan Allen. I think he's the best player.
Could be. And you know what, Jonathan Allen, at the beginning of all this, I said I wanted Jonathan Allen. I said Myles Garrett goes first. We got Jonathan Allen. But now, all of a sudden, the reports are so nasty and scary on Jonathan. It's like they went out to ruin his career. Now they're trying to tell us about his shoulders having arthritis. Well, another doctor comes in and confirms he'll be fine. His arthritic shoulders won't bother him until probably long after his career. Who are you going to believe, Ray? Because I like Jonathan Allen, too.
I think that's overblown. Well, how can you look at Jonathan Allen's report, but you don't look at the fact that Hooker has, a torn labrum and hernia?
Is that what's
Lattimore has hamstring?
Is it a labrum? I didn't know what it was.
Allen is the one that set the table for Tim Williams, Reuben Foster, all of these guys.
True. Very true. And his arthritis wasn't bothering him then, was it? So, yeah.
No, it wasn't. He was setting the table. When we were setting the table with Aldis Smith and everybody was dominant, who was setting the table?
That was the Cowboy. Yeah. So you need that kind of player. And somebody tried to tell me, Ray, the other day that the Cowboy, and I believe his name was Joey. In fact, I know his name was Joey. Joey said the Cowboy and Solomon Thomas are one and the same. Damn near passed out. The thing is, with Jonathan Allen, if I'm going to make a comparison, now Jonathan Allen, that could be your Cowboy because he's the kind of guy that's going to drag 2 blockers all the way back to get the quarterback because he's a good pass rusher along with all that strength. So, yeah, I'm following you on that one. I'll accept that.
And he's interchangeable because if we're running a 4-3 hybrid deep, you can always fly him inside, have Buckner and Armstead at the ends, or you can put him inside, and you could move him around, and he's going to do that. And to me, corners, they're good corners in the second round. The kid from UCLA, the kid from Colorado, big corner, 6'3", running about a 4.4. You can get them later. Yep. I like Jamal Adams, too. I do like him, too. I think those, to me, are the 2 top, the 2 picks that I would look at number 2 because it doesn't make sense with Thomas being identical to Buckner or Armstead. And Myles Garrett, I'm not impressed with him having 4 sacks against one team, 7 on the season. I don't think he has that fire.
And they wouldn't.
I just think
that
he's
team
a
wasn't that
combine
good.
stud, and because he plays in the SEC, he's getting overblown while Barnett is not getting the dude he should be getting.
He can't get no love, and it's all because of Garrett. People in Tennessee are wondering, what's up with that? So I'm saying, you know what? I'm starting to buy into that. Why can't Barnett get any more attention than he's getting? Good point.
Yeah, so I feel like it's Allen.
Yeah, I like that.
Objection, Rumbo.
Yeah, go ahead.
Before you get out of here, I just want to correct him real quick. Solomon Thompson is more versatile than your boy out of Alabama, bro. More versatile, Jonathan Allen. Yes, he is more versatile than him. He can play inside, outside, and hybrid, and can play in some coverage if forced to drop back. And I'm gonna leave on that note. Go ahead.
But I'm gonna counter that to say, one was in the national championship game and played against real pro prospects, and one played in the WAC 12.
The team was in the national championship. The team.
Because of John. If you look at all the reports.
No, because
listen,
of the coach
bro.
at Alabama.
Listen, bro.
Because of the
You look at
players that love to go to Alabama. That's why they're there.
Listen. You look at all the reports. You look at all the reports. Before this little alleged shoulder incident came up, Allen was blowing Solomon Thomas out the water. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. I know you said it, bro, but that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Listen, that's a fact. Do you not agree? Before this report came out, was Jonathan Allen ahead of Solomon Thomas?
You gonna let me answer that? You gonna let me answer it? Your question is...
It's a yes or no question, bro.
Let me answer it. Yes, he was. But guess what? But guess what? Now the injury report is out on him, and teams are not willing to take that chance because later on down the line in his career, maybe 3 years in, these things start to manifest and, hey, you get a what was and what could have been.
Listen, we can say that about Lattimore. We can say that about Hooker. You can say that about a healthy guy. I mean, anybody can take a helmet to the anybody can take a helmet to the knee, but if we talking on prospect, and we talking on film study, and we talking on actual numbers and production, Allen is way better than Thomas. He's better than Thomas. I have nothing against Thomas.
All right, guys, listen.
Not by the numbers.
No.
Go ahead, Ronbo. I'm done. I just want to answer that. That was my objection.
Tresk said he's got. All right.
Well, like I said, if you're talking about sacks, Allen does so many things as far as rushing interior, rush from the outside, takes on 2 men. They're saying Thomas is a clone of what we have. We don't have a man in the middle to take that interior rush to open up for the lanes for the Flyers to come in and clean the puck up, brother.
Right, there you go. All right, Greg, let me hold you right there with that thought. Good stuff. Let's do Ready to Go Radio, man. We're out of time now, okay?
My man.
All right, Ray. Good stuff, man. All right, Ray. Have a good night, man.
All right.
Let's get to Greg. Greg, go ahead, man.
Hey, Ronbo.
Greg, sup?
Hey, I know you gotta get out, so I'm just gonna a quick comment.
Okay.
You know, if we went to the 4-3 scheme, I think you were talking about it like 20 minutes ago. You went to the 4-3 scheme, and you said it's meant to stop the run. If it's meant to stop the run, that means we're going to need big corners, so I think we're just going to go back to DBs in the top round.
Good point.
That's all.
There you go. Excellent point. Greg, thanks, man. You know, because the truth is, that stacked box like that ain't going to be no whole lot of running, especially with healthy bodies. So, yeah, cornerbacks.
Yeah.
And also, like, they're probably looking at who they're going to put back in that center field spot. Is it going to be Jimmy Ward? Yet remains to be seen. All right. Good stuff, Greg.
Jimmy Ward or Quan Williams?
Yeah, see. K1 is... I thought about K1 might be a little light for that position. I think K1 goes lighter than Jimmy Ward does. You know what?
Or wait, were you talking about the slot, or were you talking
No. You know what? Here's the thing. That's what's interesting. If they do pull Jamal Adams, especially if they have to stick with the number 2 position, and they're probably going to do that, regardless of the Solomon Thomas love, it doesn't make any sense. Adams makes a whole lot of sense. So you put him back there, or Malik Hooker is a possibility. Depends on who they think on the film is the best cover guy, because they're going to want a guy back there to cut off all those throws. He is the anchor. He is the lifeblood of that defense. If he can't cover, the secondary is going to get fried. So it's a very important position. Now, Therefore, that translates to exactly what you're saying, which is, as you say, an excellent point. What's the most important going forward with this team next season? Because right now, they got guys up in front that can handle that. They don't need any more defensive linemen. But they do need a quality secondary guy. And if that happens, then Jimmy comes in and he competes for the slot. And who's that going to be? We got about 3 guys that can cover the slot, so I don't know what's going to happen there. It's going to be a war in camp. Yeah. So that's going to be interesting. So.
All right.
All right. Have a good night, man.
All right, thank you too.
Yeah. All right. I guess are we done here? We are done. Hey, listen, it was fun tonight. Yo, man. Shucks. We didn't resolve anything. I mean, nobody's mind has been changed. The Solomon Thomas people will continue to be the Solomon Thomas people. Then you got Sean and I that hope we trade down. And I guess we can't do anything. They already picked up Reuben Foster. Oh, there he is. Christian McCaffrey to the 49ers. Meanwhile, Trez throws a brick at his TV. I told them damn fools to pick up Solomon Thomas. They don't want to listen to me. So, it's going to be fun, man. Hey, again, I want to thank you for joining me tonight. And you know what? Let me see. Let me do a quick rundown through here. Jose says, Nate, is that Nate Gary? Right? Eternal Creator likes John J. Allen will have the better career if we get him. And Travis Merle, let me see. Travis says, Myles Garrett is just overly set in stone. And Derek Zentara says, Buda Baker, top of second. That makes a lot of sense, too. Buda Baker can play that center field position. You don't have to use your number 1 spot for a good center fielder. Buda Baker could be available in the second round. Then you would do something else. And it could get interesting. They already thought of these things, though, Ron Swanson. Ron says, I'm finna laugh when we don't pick Thomas, and in 2 years, y'all gonna be damn, we should have drafted him. Ron, I'll be looking for you, man. And I'll tell you what, I'm praising all you folks. If Solomon Thomas comes in where he was in the second round or low first round, moved up to the first round, because as I say, some people start falling down on the chart, not mainly because of Solomon Thomas's combine or his pro day, but because some of those people had something wrong with him. Other than their performance, but if yet indeed he does star, I will give all of y'all a shout out and say, you was right, I was wrong. I hate doing that too, you know what I'm saying? So, go hard. Exactly, a lot of callers got some weirdo stuff, and honestly, I've learned so much debating football, all y'all, and love looking up talent I might not have came across yet. It's go hard, right? Yeah, we just did go hard, right? Solomon has a better future than Allen. Put that on the board. Go ahead and say, put that in your pipe and smoke it. All right. Allen. I see a lot of Allen. Yeah. All right. Allen over Thomas. There's a lot of Allen over Thomas on the board, though. Interesting. Jamal Adams. There's a good call for him. Okay. Tell you what. Let's go ahead and wrap it up. The all-night chat will be going on as we put Rewind will be in progress. People always ask you, hey, is this live? No, Rewind is a playback. Well, I like to come and meet with 49er fans who, you get up in the middle of the night eating a tuna fish sandwich or something like that, like Go Hard likes to do. If you just want to drop by a computer and check out, I'll be hanging out there, because sometimes I like to hang up all night for no real reason sometimes, just to be up if I can't sleep, had too much coffee or something crazy. But anyway, chatting, getting together with folks, I like doing that. So Rewind, we'll be getting started. Give me about 5-10 minutes. I'm going to go set it up, and we'll do that, all right? Meantime, let me say it right now before I say goodnight. Niners!